Before Fivio Foreign would be featured on Drake's hit song Demons, which went all the way to number 34 on the Billboard Hot 100. Before Fivio Foreign would collaborate with Lil Tjay in the late Pop Smoke on the song New York. Before Fivio Foreign would see a rumor circulate that he was shot and killed just last month, despite being absolutely fine. Now, there was a whole ton of back and forth going on as to whether or not Fivio had survived the assault. Now, thankfully, the rumors, they proved to be just that. And a number of music industry figures, well, they took to social media to let Fivio's fans know that he was doing A-okay. And if that wasn't enough proof already, well, Fivio himself, he dropped a story on Instagram to let people know that he's still kicking, along with a helpful tweet. All's well that ends well, and thankfully this American rapper and songwriter, well, he wasn't cut down in his prime, just as he's about to blow up after grinding out a career for himself on the streets of Brooklyn over the past 10 years. In fact, thanks to part of his inclusion in XXL's freshman class of 2020, well, all that hard work is finally paying off. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden back at it again with a brand new video, this time taking a look at the come-up career of Fivio Foreign prior to fame. Here for you, of course, before they are famous. Now we're going to be taking an in-depth look at this year's freshman class for the rappers of 2020, and we've dropped a few, including Mulatto. That one did really well. Now you guys got to let us know who's next in the comments down below, who needs an update, and I'll see you guys after the intro. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom! Fivio Foreign was born Maxie Lee Ryles III in Brooklyn, New York on March 29, 1991. Growing up in the neighborhood known as East Flatbush, well, Fivio, he took part in youth basketball, and when he wasn't pounding the hardwood, he was also practicing his rap skills with his older cousin, who liked to encourage Fivio to work on his flow. He also has a brother named Maxie, and with the two of them sharing the same first name, well, even his label reps at Sony, they told me it can get really confusing. Now, by the time he was in his teens, well, Fivio, he was rapping under the name of Light Fivio, and some of his oldest songs from that stage of his life, well, they can still be found on his old YouTube channel with the exact same name. Yeah, we did some digging.
Cause I'm only on her when she wet. Bathrobe. This is about to be the shit right here. Show me with the shorts on my dick right here.
Now, at the time, he was finding some modest success, but he wasn't blowing up just yet. By 2013, he changed his name to Fivio Foreign, and he formed a music collective with some of his friends that he dubbed 800 Foreign Side.
We was always rapping, you know, as kids growing up, whatever, boom. Bobby came out and got all the attention to us, to New York. For me, my side, we from the same hood anyway.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, same hood, all that.
According to Fivio, he made the name change based off of an inside joke that involved one of his friends comparing him to Fivio. Now it makes sense. I was calling him Fivio, but no. It's around the same time, Bobby Shmurda and the hip-hop collective GS9, they were busy putting their neighborhood on the map by breaking through to mainstream success. Now, Fivio, who grew up in the same building as Rowdy Rebel, a member of GS9, well, he had a front row seat to their success. Inspired by the attention GS9 was receiving, well, Fivio, he encouraged 800 Foreign Side to begin releasing songs and videos at a rapid pace, with many of the tracks heavily influenced by the sounds of Chicago drill and party rap futurism. Now, over the next few years, though, life it would get in the way for some members of the group, with some winding up in jail and others just ending their careers altogether. Now, speaking on this time in his life, well, Fivio, he stated, "I felt like at a point, people just gave up. I put in my mind like, nah, this is it." Then before he could really hit it big, well, tragedy struck for Fivio in 2016 when his mother, she passed away after suffering a stroke. At the time, Fivio, he didn't have a steady place to live, and he was working as a construction worker where he was basically just picking up garbage around the work site. Now, he also worked for some time at White Castle, and speaking on these tough years, well, he told Complex, "I stayed in the hospital with her the whole time for like 2 weeks. She just went out, I was on my own after that. That's how I was feeling. But I still had kids, I still had people that needed me being homeless, me losing my mom that fast, that made me go harder. I gotta get out this shit. There's no better motivation than that." Fivio's mother, she'd been an inspiration for him as a child, and he learned a great deal watching her work as a teacher with autistic kids in New York City public schools. Then when he was growing up as a kid, she'd always make sure that he wasn't spending too much time on the streets, and by the time he was old enough to start performing at parties, well, she was reminding him that people are supposed to be paying you for that. Now, after she died, well, Fivio, he got a tattoo in commemoration of her above his right eye. And without a home to return to, well, Fivio, he bounced around from friend to relative and then back again, never staying in one place for too long. Now, at the same time, he kept pushing forward with his music. His videos for songs like Hottest Winter Ever and Blicksky in a Box, well, they were putting on some impressive view numbers as his sound began to move away from the Chicago drill influence and move toward the drums and bass line of artists like G Herbo and Lil Baby. Sorry, I almost ran out of breath there. Sometimes these videos, they're a little harder to make than you guys can imagine. So's rapping. Anyway, let's move on.
The sound that BC make is a sound I learned, it's called grime or something like that. It's a sound from UK that they already do, but we just put in a New York way, like a New York way to it, and then we made it viral.
Throughout most of his career, the majority of Fivio's songs, they were in collaboration with other rappers, and it was his buddy Jerry who encouraged him to get into the studio on his own and record songs for what would become known as his debut EP, Pain and Love. Now, it was thanks to a track off that project that Fivio, he experienced his first real viral moment after laying the song over top of his baby mama shower reveal party video. No joke. This is like his first big taste of success. The clip was released a week before the music video dropped, and it was posted on his baby mama's Facebook page where it got over 3 million views. We was in that bitch, violent, twerking, going crazy, viral. They were trying to book me in Chicago for shows off that baby shower shit. He released the album in June of 2019, and then he re-released it on streaming platforms in November of that year after finally being signed to a 7-figure record deal at Columbia.
I signed to Columbia. Yeah, like
when did this happen?
Happened like last week.
Oh,
Facts.
man, congrats.
Facts. No Dream Chasers, Columbia.
No
Straight.
Dream Chasers.
I mean, I'm about to start more my own label too, like Foreign Records.
Speaking on the years of instability that preceded the signing, well, Fivio, he stated, "I was getting too lit and I was too broke to be that lit." I'm telling you kids, words to live by. I think we've all been there before. Am I right? Am I right? If you feel me, let me know by hitting that like button right now. Now, thankfully for Fivio, well, Pain and Love and his single Big Drip, they hit exactly the right time, just as Pop Smoke and Welcome to the Party, well, they were kicking down the door for the Brooklyn music scene. The two even worked together on a verse for Meet the Woo 2, Pop Smoke's final project before his untimely passing. Now, Fivio, he was actually working on some verses for a new project between the two when he got word about what happened to Pop. Now, he stated about that moment, "The pain I felt was crazy. After my mother passed away, I got cold and I didn't really care after that. This one felt different. We was in together. It's way deeper than music." Now, our condolences go out to him and all his friends here before they're famous, because I can only imagine how hard that was. So as difficult as a loss that was for Fivio, well, he should be celebrating his recent inclusion on XXL's freshman class of 2020 as much as he can, because he's about to reach a level of exposure, well, he's been searching for his entire life. As for the rest of the story, well, I think we're gonna wrap this video up here because this is before they were famous. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap up this video now because we got an end screen. It's more of me, but here, Michael McCrudden, take it away. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Now, we drop a new video each and every day, so here's a recent drop that you might enjoy. We handpicked that one for you because if you like this video, you'll probably like that. We also got playlists like over here, so click on that if you want to see a whole list of a bunch of videos we've dropped in the past. And if you're new to the Fame Gang, be sure to subscribe and turn on them post notifications, and I'll see you guys in another video. Boom!